Welcome to Ninja Monkey. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my top 10 places and experiences that I've had in Japan. You might actually be surprised by some of my selection. Anyway, this is not a top 10 places to visit if you are coming to Japan for the first time. This is more of a top 10 places that I think are absolutely awesome and that I visited myself. So, number 10. Matsumoto. Now Matsumoto is actually accessible from Tokyo. You could do it in a day trip, and what makes it special is its beautiful castle. There aren't many other attractions other than the castle, but it is worth the trip there. I suggest visiting the castle during the day and at night time when it's illuminated. I can promise you that it will be a photographer's and Instagrammer's paradise. You'll probably fill up the camera roll with all those photos of that beautiful castle. Number 9. Takayama. This small city surrounded by mountains is really charming, and walking down the streets of the old town of Takayama is like going back in time or walking through a TV set or a film studio set. Perhaps all the sake tasting that I did in the distilleries got to me, but for some reason I have some really fond memories of Takayama, and I really recommend you visit. Number 8. Nagasaki. Now, I had a really hard time choosing between Nagasaki and Hiroshima. I decided to go for the underdog because Nagasaki is just less visited and less busy, and its atomic bomb museum is less crowded and is just as impactful as the one in Hiroshima. The tram system makes moving around the city a breeze, and if you're a tourist you can even get a special day pass. Nagasaki also boasts as being voted as one of the top 3 most beautiful night views in the world. At the top of the mountain you can get the cable car up, and it is stunning, so beat that. Number 7. Number 7. Kyoto. Yes, you hear correctly, I have not chosen Kyoto as my number 1 spot, but remember, this is not a top 10 of where you should visit if you're visiting Japan for the first time. This is a compilation of my favorite experiences and places that I've visited in the last few years. So, Kyoto, for culture and for temples, although those temples in Kyoto can be very crowded at times, walking the streets of Kyoto is like going back in time. Kyoto's Kiyomizu-dera, Fushimi Inari, walking the streets searching for geisha, the Golden Pavilion, and that awesome bamboo forest are just some of my top picks. Don't forget to check my previous videos. I will put all the information in the description below. Number 6. Unzen Onsen. Now, onsen is something that tourists seem to shy away. In fact, it took me like 2 years before I actually stepped toe in an onsen. Last year I visited Unzen Onsen and it made me a convert. Onsen has now become one of my top things to do when I visit Japan. Unzen Onsen is a hot spring town very close to Nagasaki, surrounded by hills, which makes for some awesome photos and some really cool walks. If you're staying in an onsen, don't forget to ask if there are private onsens, because those are usually the best. Number 5. Tokyo. I could have very easily have put Tokyo as my number 1 destination, but I figured that this is the city that most people visit, and this is also one of the most important travel hubs of Japan. No trip to Japan is complete without experiencing the buzz of this mega city, and with so many unique and awesome districts to explore, this is just a city that keeps on giving and giving. Number 4. Climbing Mount Fuji. Now, climbing Mount Fuji is not something that I want to repeat anytime soon, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't belong in my top 5 experiences and places that I visited in Japan. Yes, it was a challenge, but that sunrise coupled with an old lady playing the flute just made for a mystical magic experience that I will never forget. Check out the video if you want to see a really sweaty, tired ninja monkey. Number 3. Koyasan. Now, Koyasan is another remote but easy to get to location. Stay in temple lodgings with the monks and experience a really awesome fire ceremony early in the morning. It will truly put you in the mood for this spiritual location. The whole complex is quiet, spiritual, and very beautiful. Don't be scared of walking the cemetery at night. It's probably one of my top memorable experiences of Japan, especially if you can get a monk to give you a tour. Hint, hint. Number 2. Yakushima. Yakushima is a natural wonderland in the most southern tip of Japan. It's relatively difficult to get to, but the journey is definitely worth it. If it wasn't for how remote this place is, this might just be my number 1 spot, or joint number 1 spot at least. 2 nights was not enough, and I really wish I would have stayed extra time to explore more of its beautiful nature. If you're lucky like I was, you might even catch some nesting turtles on the beach. The island is definitely a hiker's paradise, and that is something that I'm most definitely going to have to return to do in the future. Number 1. Miyajima. I just keep on coming back to Miyajima if I have the chance. It's so accessible and so easy to get to from Hiroshima. With just a short ferry ride, you will arrive in a charming, beautiful island full of deer and shrines. I recommend getting the cable car to the top station of the mountain, walking to the very top, and slowly strolling down. You never know what you might encounter. So that is my top 10 list of places that I've visited and experiences that I've had in Japan. Might change in the future, as you probably already know. I will be visiting Hokkaido, so it might all change. Don't forget to check some of the places that I mentioned. I've made videos of them. I'll put it all in the description below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. See you soon.